What do you think of the book? Like, generally speaking, creatively, what do you think about the book now that you're done with it, that it's out in the public?
I'm very proud of it. It was a process to write the book, as everybody know who is writing it. And I'm very detail-oriented, so I was involved in the writing, in the design, in the selections of actually everything what is in the book. What you see, that's my input. And I'm very proud of it. And a lot of time you need to spend on, also writing it and going through the stories and the process of it. You need to first have an idea how you want the book sound. What do you really want to put out there? Do you want to put a book that it's inspirational and younger generations can learn from it? Or do you want to put out a gossip book? For me, I'm not a gossip person. I don't have any desire. I never was, and I will never be. Those gossip pages belongs to tabloids. And I think this book, it shows my story from my childhood till a few months ago. And I wanted to achieve that, and I did. I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, so congratulations. I know that you were very hands-on. In fact, your publisher told me that you were probably the single most hands-on writer that they ever experienced, ever in history. Talk a little bit about the amount of time you put into developing this book. Like how laborious was the creative process for you?
It was many hours, many hours, yes. And, you go back and forth and what to put in, how the chapters should run, what you're putting in the book, which stories you will select, because it's much more, but you cannot put everything in the book.
You cut a lot out?
I cut it out, yes, of course. And you don't want to have a book that goes on and on and on, and you want to cover the stories that are really interesting.
How did you know when you were complete? Like, how did you say, okay, I'm done. I'm going to put this out into the universe now? Or do you feel like you haven't even completed it yet?
Well, I feel it's completed, but my life is very interesting. And I feel like that from the last story that is in the book, so much has happened. So I could write another book just on those, few months. And it's interesting how all the little details that they go in, from choosing the paper, choosing the cover, the paper for the cover, the pictures inside, how everything will run. And, of course, you have also editors and teams and fact checkers. You need to have that all in line. So it's in one way, it's a teamwork as well. But on the end, it's my book. My name is on it, and I want to be proud of it. What it's here on the market.
So it's interesting because in a way you gave birth to two books. Right?
Yes.
Because you have the collector's edition and the trade edition. So I'm thinking about it when you mentioned you were feeling the paper stock to see that's what level of detail you had. But then the collector's edition, people haven't really seen it yet. They're not talking about it as much, but that was a whole other undertaking. And it's also equally unique, right? The exterior has almost like a leather type of feel to it. This page stock is totally different. Describe that book a little bit. What's the difference? Why should I get the collector's edition?
Well, collector's edition, it's
really special.
It's very special. Yes, it is. It's a beautiful book. It's a bigger format, and once you have a bigger format, also when you have a bigger pictures, it's nicer to see. It's something when you open the book, the pictures comes to life and they are closer to you. They're bigger, and there are also more pictures inside. And I added as well my photos through my eyes. So from the time in the White House. So they're very interesting photos that I think people would love to see. And the paper of that book, it's really selected by me, and the feel it's beautiful and collector's book, because maybe one day there will be more books from me.
So when you talk about editing through your eyes, are the photos in the collector's edition the same as the photos in the trade edition?
There are more photos. Some are the same, and there are much more.
So there are photos
Many more.
So I don't understand. So you're the photographer in the collector's edition?
I'm photographer on the collector's edition through my eyes.
That's pretty cool. So give an example, give one sneak peek as to give me one idea. As
sneak peek. For example, nobody can see what I saw from outside of from the White House, from my room, or from my private office.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I took it with my own iPhone, and those pictures are inside.
I love that. That's really cool.
And also from my travels when I travel around the world.